And there she stood, a stately and imposing figure in a clean pressed dress and starched white apron. In her bag she packed a few herbs, clean cloths, a bin in which to wash the baby, and very few instruments, all that she would need. They had come for her. A townswoman was laboring, and it was time for the baby to be born. She had to go, and there was no time to spare. So, with a final word to her eldest son Jethro, to mind the others, my great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth Perry Turner, climbed into the buggy and set off into the night to attend a laboring townswoman as she delivered her baby. Grandma Elizabeth was born of a black father and a Cherokee mother in approximately 1894. According to family accounts, she was quite the farm woman, raising livestock, tending flower and vegetable gardens, and harvesting and preparing plants and herbs to heal the sick. Her mother had been an Indian root woman, and it is assumed that Grandma Elizabeth learned much of her knowledge about herbs and healing from her. As a child, she said, she spent most of her time on her own around the barns and stables, and it was in this environment, one can only imagine, that she learned about birthing. It was not until the mid-1920s that Grandma Elizabeth started assisting at births. In the town of Inez, North Carolina, the first record of Grandma Elizabeth's presence as a witness to a birth is on April 24, 1926, when she assisted Celie Branch in the delivery of my aunt, Mary Ellen Turner, her own granddaughter. This is the first time that her signature appears on a birth record. Her name does not appear again until 1931, when she attends the birth of E. Jasper Woodland on August 17, 1931. This is the first record of Grandma Elizabeth as a full-fledged midwife attending to the women of Fork Township, an enclave of Inez. No one currently living knows what happened in Grandma Elizabeth's career from 1926 until 1931. There was no formal education for midwives at the time. A woman learned to be a midwife by assisting at births and over time assuming more and more responsibility in the delivery. Elders of my family and her last surviving daughter, who is now 90 years old, speculate that Grandma Elizabeth did intermittent training and apprenticeship during that time, as she herself was still having children. Grandma Elizabeth gave birth to 11 babies in all from 1912 to 1928, and of those, 8 survived. With so many children spanning such a wide age range, it is perfectly understandable that she could not pursue her midwifery training and apprenticeship full-time. Yet, it is clear that she did in fact continue, and in August 1931, she attended a birth alone. From that point on, Grandma Elizabeth was a respected and busy midwife for the women of Fork Township. She attended mostly to the black sharecroppers of the large plantations, but she also attended many of the white women's births in the town.